If you want a job to come back to, you need to leave now.
Are you close enough to see Jason Morgan threaten Cyrus?
Do you not want anybody to know about us?
I got your back no matter what. Something's gotta give.
I wasn't worried about him before, I'm worried about him now. This is all your...
Martin is such a hypocrite. He's more concerned about his psychopath brother than a terrified 15-year-old kid. Yes, Jason did threaten Cyrus, but only because his kid was in danger. I can't even imagine what Laura would say if she knew Martin was still out here defending Cyrus. It's honestly amazing how dumb he is. At this point, I'm starting to like fewer and fewer characters. Anna has absolutely no business being commissioner. She literally kidnapped Martin, and now she's constantly asking Jason for help while protecting him. Like, really? I love Jason, but let's not forget, he's a hitman mob enforcer. And Anna? She's batting her eyelashes at him like it's all good. Newsflash, the man was in love with her daughter. Gross. Now, Cyrus is about to go after Lucky, Elizabeth, and Jocelyn. Oh, and by the way, the actor who plays Cody is apparently heading to NCIS, so we'll be stuck with these recycled storylines for a while longer. I swear, can these writers come up with anything new? Jason and his mob drama are getting old. But let's play devil's advocate here for a second. Did anyone notice when Danny first came in and Cyrus walked up to him? Either Elizabeth or Christina was standing next to Lucky behind the bar. And when they tried to move closer, Lucky grabbed their arm like, wait a second. So they stopped, and then everyone was watching. In all honesty, Cyrus wouldn't have done anything because the whole bar was watching. He put his hand on Danny's shoulder, looking like he was about to start praying for him, until Jason came in and yelled. Classic. Honestly, all this scene did was set up a big whodunit for when Cyrus ends up dead. We've got Jason who threatened him in front of a whole bar full of witnesses, Danny, and possibly Joss if she's still at the police station. Anna said she was gonna arrest Joss, but if she's in a cell when it happens, she's probably safe. The WSB guy will probably swoop in and get her out anyway, since he sent her straight to Cyrus' place. As for Anna, she won't figure anything out. It'll likely be Elizabeth and Lucky who put the pieces together. The writers have made Anna completely clueless about everything, and all she's doing is trying to get Jason to handle her dirty work. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. I had a wild thought today when Kai told Cyrus to leave. We still know nothing about him, and once again, we're left in the dark about every guy who's even remotely interested in Joss and Trina. But here's the real kicker. What if Kai turned out to be Cyrus' son? You know, born when Jordan was in prison for pushing drugs for him. I mean, why not? It could be an amazing plot twist. Picture it. Curtis finds out his daughter, whom he had no idea about, is dating Jordan's son, the one she gave up. That's a storyline waiting to happen. Then there's Elizabeth and Lucky, and their slow burn romance. Lucky's clearly taking his sweet time, not rushing anything, and I'm all for the subtle flirting. Finally, they get that dance, no interruptions. Honestly, I could watch them together forever. But let's be real, the highlight of my day. Tracy. Queen Tracy, people. She walks in, and bam, that ring she's wearing? Apparently, it belonged to her mother, someone Nina could never even dream of measuring up to, no matter how hard she tries. Oh, and when Tracy told Nina, take it off, I thought, yes, here we go. It was the perfect Tracy moment. Now, as for Nina, yeah, I knew there was no way she was going to spill the beans about Drew. She's been dragging this out forever. Honestly, I don't know how Nina managed to keep it together after Willow went off again about Drew. It's like, girl, I think you're finally starting to see him the way I do. And of course, Nina backed out of telling Willow she was sleeping with Drew, all because Willow was sitting there crying. Seriously, grow up. Stop acting like what you did was okay. And still wearing the wedding ring? Come on, it's ridiculous. Lastly, Carly and Bond. There was instant chemistry with sexy Jack Brennan, but now? Laura Wright is out here carrying every scene with new Jack. No offense to the new guy, but he's got nothing on her. He's a nice enough guy, sure, but he can't match Carly's energy. Honestly, could he at least try an accent or something to make it more interesting? Where do I even start with this mess? First of all, Cyrus Renault really needs to just disappear already. And while we're at it, can Lucky and Elizabeth get a real shot at happiness? It's honestly not that hard. Tracy telling Willow to take off Leela's ring? Finally, it's about time someone had the guts to call her out. She's absolutely not worthy of it, and I'm shocked it took this long for someone to say it. And let's talk about Brennan. I was really attached to the original, but now that they've replaced him, nobody's going to come close to the real deal. They might as well just delete the character at this point. Total loss. Oh, and the new Lucas? I'll pass. It's like they just slapped a random guy into the role, and I'm supposed to buy it? Not a fan. Honestly, this whole show is just a mess of characters who are sticking their noses in places they have no business being. Half of them never even interacted before. How's that for good storytelling? Now the new Jack? Yeah, he's hot, but he's also a slimy, self-serving mess. He's the kind of guy who'd throw anyone under the bus if it benefits him. And let's not forget, he got Jocelyn involved with Cyrus. Carly would murder him if she knew. But hey, just because the original actor had a dreamy accent doesn't change the fact that Jack is still shady. Speaking of shady, could Rick be the one behind the bomb meant for Sonny that ended up injuring Michael? I wouldn't put it past him. The guy is still bitter that his mother chose Sonny over him. And I really hope Sonny eventually figures out what's going on with Eva and Rick. They're obviously up to something, and it's only a matter of time before it all blows up in their faces. As for Jason, thank you for telling Anna that law or no law, he'll always protect his son Danny. Now that's what a father does. Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here waiting for Molly and Cody to finally get together. They're inevitable, whether anyone likes it or not. Poor Private Eye, though. I really do feel bad that they got hurt, but honestly, at least Sasha managed to grab her little booklet with all her dirt. No wonder she's so obsessed with the cues. Then there's Nina. Can we just get some honesty here? She really needs to sit Willow down and spill the truth about her fling with Drew while he was still with Willow. But of course, Nina won't do that. She'll keep dodging the issue until someone else exposes it, and you know that's going to make everything way worse. She could have saved Willow a lot of heartache by just being upfront. But nope, here we are. And let's not forget the whole Cyrus and Jason confrontation at Charlie's. Cyrus was all smooth and collected, while Jason was, well, yelling and threatening like usual. Couldn't have been more different. And I really wonder what Laura's going to do when it finally comes out that Anna let Valentin go. She was the one who talked her son into turning himself in for a prison sentence when he could have gotten away with it. That's got to sting, right? Didn't Cyrus have Austin killed and then kill the shooter? Or am I just imagining things? That guy really should have been in jail by now, but hey, what do I know? Oh, and in case anyone's interested, the Philadelphia area is airing the Eagles Super Bowl parade tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. I'm sure everyone's super thrilled about that, especially when you realize that General Hospital will be on at 2:30 a.m. instead. The joys of TV scheduling. There's also a bunch of separate efforts to find evidence against Cyrus, and honestly, Brennan and Joss should just team up with Liz and Lucky already. Let's get this over with and take him down once and for all, shall we? Now, we're also likely about to get a huge reveal with Gio's parentage, Drew and Nina, and Michael and Sasha. I'm guessing they'll all come crashing together in one big mess. Can't wait to see how that plays out. It's like a soap opera smorgasbord. Meanwhile, CBS has a brand new soap, Beyond the Gates, starting in 2 weeks. which just happens to be airing at the same time as GH in most areas. Well, isn't that just perfect timing? Considering GH is already struggling at the bottom of the ratings, it'll be fascinating to watch how things go when it has to compete with another soap. Spoiler, probably not great. Let's talk about Anna for a second. She's the one who really should be arrested for aiding and abetting Valentine. Seriously, I'm done with her character. She just makes me cringe at this point. And oh, please Anna, just give it up already. Jason's got to protect his son, and Dante? Yeah, he needs to get back to his job too, because obviously that's what he's paid to do. And oh no, was the woman actually hit by the car? Poor Sasha's going to have to deal with that now. I really hope the woman pulls through because that would just be the icing on the cake of her already terrible situation. Finally, about time Dante and Chase got an earful from Anna. I couldn't believe Chase actually told Dante about Cyrus being the main suspect in the murders. Like really? Chase knew Dante would flip out, who wouldn't in his shoes? But hey, let's just ignore that little detail of professionalism, right? Because honestly, if any cop watching this show didn't throw something at their TV, then what's even the point? And speaking of professionalism, Anna, seriously, how do you tell anyone else to do their job when you've literally let Valentine waltz away scot-free for, like, the 50th time? The hypocrisy is real. Oh, and here's a little fun fact for everyone. By law, wedding rings are a conditional gift given in contemplation of marriage. If the wedding's called off, yeah, the ring's gotta be returned. So don't get too excited about keeping that expensive piece of jewelry if the I do never happens. Just thought you should know. So my husband is having his cochlear ear implant today. Yes, I'm here in the hospital lobby living my best life. And I'm just over here thinking about how the elevators are named after trees. Yep, willow elevators, because why not? Anyway, while I'm waiting, they called someone named Joss to the desk. And I swear there was a guy sitting across from me earlier who could have been Cyrus's twin. GH, you really never disappoint. Speaking of General Hospital, I just revisited some old clippings, specifically the train wreck, which honestly was a masterclass in drama. I had to wipe away some tears, just casually watching Emily, Nicholas, Alcazar, the old Lulu, Sky, Luke, Monica, Alan, the whole gang. Remember when Jason had brain surgery and was planning to save everyone involved in the wreck because Manny Ruiz had to be a total disaster? Yeah, good times, Reese and Sonny, despite Reese being undercover. And then her tragic death from internal bleeding. Devastating. Alexis was pregnant with Molly, so young, and Courtney was carrying Jax's supposed baby. Lucky and Elizabeth had just gotten married. Those were the golden days of GH, pure nostalgia. Now, let's talk about what's really got me shaking my head. The fact that people are still denying Cyrus's involvement in the whole mess. The guy who literally injected Sam and Michael, then stabbed Dex, but sure, someone else did it. Yeah, right, mind-blowing honestly. And then we have Nina, who's being crucified for. What exactly? She went to Drew to help mend fences with her daughter. That makes her manipulative, not evil. She's just a mom trying to make things right. And in her desperation, she didn't know Drew was going to turn into a total creep. Who saw that coming? But at the end of the day, this whole situation is on Willow, not Nina. Willow had a great husband, 2 beautiful kids, and she messed it all up. Not Nina, but sure, let's keep pretending Nina's the villain here. Isaiah and Christina definitely have that effortless, cute chemistry, and I could totally see them together. But I'm still holding out hope for him and Jordan. It's wild how Isaiah manages to look young enough for Christina, yet still mature enough for Jordan. Go figure. P.S. Please don't start telling me how much you dislike Christina. We know. Let's move on. Meanwhile, Martin thinks he loves his brother Cyrus. though he hasn't gotten the memo about Cyrus being the mastermind behind all kinds of evil. Like, murdering Danny's mom, Sam attempting to kill Michael, and letting Elizabeth take the fall for it all. Oh, and that little detail where Cyrus tortured people and wrecked Danny, Scout, and the entire family's lives? Yeah, that, but Martin's still in the dark. Speaking of Danny, he's basically his dad, Jason, but with better communication skills. Jason actually told him the truth about Sasha's unborn child. Meanwhile, Sasha, who's still in full "don't mess with me" mode, warned Jason about what would happen if he went after Cyrus. And we all know Jason isn't exactly one to back down. But hey, maybe this time he'll listen. Maybe. Meanwhile, Nina yet again chickened out of telling Willow the truth about her and Drew, while Willow was still, getting kissed by Drew. Awkward. Willow, however, is convinced she finally has a mom, which good for her, I guess. But did anyone else feel like she was kind of going low blow mode with Sasha, bringing up her past mistakes to Nina? Not cute. Also, Alexis dropped some truth on Tracy about keeping it together regarding Willow. Honestly, I'm with Tracy here. If Willow is choosing Drew, she should take off Michael's great-grandmother's wedding ring. It's a weird flex, Willow. Carly and Lucas had an actual heart-to-heart about relationships, which was refreshing. Maxie finally told Jack to quit messing with Carly's heart. I mean, someone had to. And in even creepier news, Cyrus is now stalking Elizabeth. So yeah, her life and poor Jocelyn's are now in danger. Fun times. On a lighter note, Emma posted that Gio and Dante have some major father-son vibes going on. Not sure if it's the looks or the trauma, but hey, it's a thing. Did anyone else catch that creepy look Dr. Isaiah gave Christina at the end of their scene when he asked about Sonny? I got some serious bad vibes from that. Someone should probably check on Christina. And wouldn't it be just chef's kiss if Luke somehow came back to save his sister Laura from Cyrus trying to off her? Because honestly, it feels like that's where this is going, right? Luke heroically swooping in for the rescue. Jason, master of deception. First, he pretended to be Michael's father, and now he's taking it up a notch by pretending to be the father of Michael's child. Bold move, Jason. I kind of like Sasha and Jason together though. Anyone else? Don't get me wrong, I was all for her and Cody, until that whole "he's actually your cousin" drama came to light. But seeing Jason with her, especially with Danny, I'm kind of here for it. Coo dramatic eye roll. Lulu was actually kind of funny today. Shocking, right? Her banter with Dante had me laughing. Maybe, just maybe, they could put them back together? I wouldn't mind that. But then there's Martin, suddenly defending Cyrus. Dude, your brother is literally murdering people. Wake up, bro. And don't even get me started on Cyrus putting his hands on Danny. Like, that's straight up assault, and Jason didn't even end up pulverizing him. Lucky Cyrus. Speaking of Lulu girl, please stop laughing and joking around in the middle of a restaurant. People are trying to eat, and they'd like their food, thank you. And how about acknowledging the lady who wants the menu? Just a thought. Willow, oh Willow, you're the queen of audacity. 1 second you're proclaiming your undying love for your husband, and the next, you're gushing about how much your lover-in-law loves you. Girl, pick a lane. And don't even act like Michael hasn't gone on and on about how great Jason is and everything he's done for him. But now that she's with Drew, suddenly, Jason is the career criminal of the century. Right. And let's not forget Cody, attacking Drew for absolutely no reason, blurting out that Jason's the father of Sasha's baby, again, and then picking a fight with Jason. But somehow, Jason's the bad guy in all this? Really? Facepalm? Jason is literally the reason Willow even has her kids back, so maybe show some appreciation. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree or disagree? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Your opinions matter, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.